Hey all, it's me again. It's Tom. Well, we looked at a couple of blades, the Colonial CE 400, Josh Wade, my design for the TRS. So, Josh sent me another blade in that whole scenario, and he calls it the SARCO. The SARCO is named after a prehistoric shark. I guess it was a big shark because it had to be a big shark, huge shark. Well, that's the blade. It's a huge blade. I'm used to big blades, but this has got cleaver written all over it, man. So, stump review today. So let's start with the feather sticking. Now we all know that when you have a big knife, they don't perform like the little knives. You know, we all know that. You'd never be able to do feather sticks like that on a big knife. As I've been told hundreds of countless times on my channel, you know, you'd never be able to do that with a big knife. They're worthless in the woods. I don't know. Maybe so. So, feather sticks. Wispy little sticks to get your fire going. I think so. Now there's another feather stick out there. It's called a Russian feather stick, and that's where you take these big old bites, like kind of like that, only bigger. So feather sticks. Oh, wait a minute, ferro rod. Yeah, you got to be able to light a ferro rod, right? It does that pretty good. I wonder. Oh, tip. Yeah. 10 inches of 90-degree spine. Scrapings. Got to do that for fat wood and stuff. Well, they're falling all over my pants, but it scrapes too. So, let's revamp this for a second. This is, I believe Josh said 5080 steel. It's a high carbon steel. This is a prototype, by the way. It's 1/4 of an inch thick. We're darn close to it. Stabilized rosewood handles, contoured to fit your hand perfect. And even if you had a big hand, like Donnie Beef all day, friend of mine, the man's got a 10-inch hand. I've got an 8 1/4 inch spread. He's got 10-inch hands. But when I get down where I need to be on this blade, I still have almost an inch. So even with gigantic hands, you'd still be able to. Handle fits perfect, and once you get that handle in the right place, you don't even feel the weight of this knife. Plunge marks, and then this is a prototype. Plunge marks, distal taper, everything you want to know about this knife, it's perfect. Now, I kind of like this roughness. I'm going to leave it there, but you know, can be all hand sanded out. But you won't get this on an ordered knife. You can order these. These are called the SARCO. You won't get this stuff on an ordered knife. You'll get a shined up, perfect knife. This is just a prototype I'm R&Ding for them, which I figured I'll start with the reviews, and then over the summer, we'll really have at it. So it's got a 90-degree spine, clear to the tip, sharp as a razor. Looks like a saber, the flat grind with a convex. full tank construction, of course. There is going to be a lanyard hole in the back, so don't worry about that. So now let's look at let's get it over to this dump and see what kind of chopping it can do, and downward throws and all that happy stuff. There's the stump. 2x4. That was a light swing. Need I say more? Wish the stump was flat. It's a pressure treated 2x4 that's been sitting out in the weather. Okay, so you don't have to worry about chopping, feather sticking, ferro rods, stabbing. This is that oak stump that, you know, but knives usually bounce out of. No damage. Distal taper is perfect. This knife is hand axe all over it, dudes. I'm telling you. I'm going to be chopping down trees with this stupid thing in the summertime. Because I do intend, and I do have a couple of guys that's going to get me out camping. So, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm hearing a light. This looks like purple heartwood, not rosewood. This is purplish color. Unless rosewood does that, but I've never seen rosewood go purple like that. Anyway. We've seen the chopping, we've seen the everything else, you know. Downward, or yeah, 4-foot drop. Boy, this stump is hard. Damn, this stump is hard. Okay, so that's one. There we go. That was me. I pulled it over to the side a little bit. Oh, dropped the same way twice, so might be because of the balance up here on the top. Now, I'm not going to do a hard downward throw, and I'll explain why. The hardness of this stump, and it might still be frozen, and the fact that these knives are bouncing out of it, I'm within like 2 foot, and that's the best I can do as far as, you know, where I'm set up here. So I'm not going to do a hard downward throw with this knife, because this thing bounces loose, it will leave stuff up. So for safety's sake, sorry guys. But now that was just a light little chop in there, and I'm up into that, about halfway up that blade, which is a 2-inch blade, by the way. Look at that. Now you just seen this knife bounce out of this stump. That's how hard it is, or froze it is. Look at the way it's biting into the edge of that. So this knife here, this is another great beast by Josh Wade. And this one is called the SARCO. He is taking orders for this knife. It is an available knife for him. There's not a long wait time for Josh because he's not super well known. And, you know, once you get into these guys, I heard some knife makers out there waiting over a year to get your knife completed. Well, if you want something like this, you know, I'm saying maybe a month turnaround time. Maybe. Might not even be a month. I'm just sitting here whittling with it. But you know, when you're using these big blades, you can always choke up on them, you know. You don't have to use the whole 10-inch blade. You can always choke up on them and, you know, do other things. Make your small feather sticks if it's too much wieldy for you. I mean, skinning, you can always choke up on them. So yeah, Josh Wade SARCO does everything you'll need in the bush. Plus, it is what used to be known as a hand axe. I have no doubt you could get down a 4-inch tree with this knife in not too much time at all. Probably about the same time it would take you to get a saw down. Once you get a lanyard in this, if you grab this back here, this is all weight forward. You swing that 1/4-inch steel, it's gonna sink. So, if it's something you're interested in, give Josh a call over or an email over at Wade's Blade and Tool. Tell him you'd like to order a SARCO. Now, I did see one of these he just did for a guy with orange handles and an orange Kydex sheath. So, you know, the guy was afraid of losing it. If you lose something like this, but I understand. The guy was afraid of losing it, and that's the color he wanted. So, oh, and I was asked a question. Yes, you can order liners on your handles. All right. Just in case some of you don't know, between the steel and the scale, you can get like, you know, a black liner in here. It'll make a little black line that goes down, or whatever color you want. So, give Josh a call. Great knife. This is Tom, and thank you for your time and your patience. Don't forget to share the video out. Don't forget to give Josh a call. Price on these knives, I do not know. Prices on most of the knives are set one price, and then it goes up varying upon what you want done to it. So, give Josh a holler. Get yourself one of these phenomenal knives, either one of these or one of the small ones. He makes them 4-inch right up to this size. So, and we will see you guys. There you are, you guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. Yeah. Make an offer you can't refuse. Yeah. Talk to you later, guys.